All right, and so before my cousin leaves, we're going to go ahead and actually jump into another one of these ERBs, guys. Adam versus Eve. Who do you think is going to win? I'm trying to forecast this.
Who do I think's gonna win?
The rap battle.
The rap battle between Adam and Eve. I'm gonna have to give it to Eve.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna have to give it to Eve.
Let's see where this goes before we even started. Eve is who you're gonna be following. Let's go.
I'm gonna give it to Eve.
This battle's gonna end like every argument does. With you kissing my ass, I'm begging me for a rub. I made a.
That's part of the reason why I said Eve.
Okay.
It's part of the reason why I said Eve.
Okay, we're starting out early.
Quick. She came in quick.
She came in hard. Right. I mean, I guess arguments kind of do end like that. I guess if that's the thing. I mean, that's how they should end. At least.
The rub.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why not? Potentially. At least.
It's a good
word. This battle's gonna end like every argument does. With you kissing my ass, I'm begging me for a rub. I made a map, motherfucker, and I'm reading it too. Gives me specific directions how to fuck with you. I know that you like to think you're so macho, but you smell like ball sacks and nachos. I work while you and your boyfriend Steve drink and play sports in a
Wait. Hold the phone.
Like ball sacks and nachos. I work while you and your boyfriend Steve drink and play sports.
We have to have a conversation about this line here, okay? But in a very tactful manner, okay? Okay, so basically what's going on here is like somewhat of a slight, let's say double entendre potentially, because obviously there's a famous saying that we're not going to say on the internet.
Definitely not.
Right? But Steve, because Adam, and then it's the boyfriend, and it's just a wild thing. I'm gonna say as of right now, she's taking it. You're right. Yeah, that's a wild bar, to say the least.
Yeah.
You smell like ball sacks and nachos. I work while you and your boyfriend Steve drink and play sports.
Keep in mind, she works.
Smell like ball sacks and nachos. I work.
She worked on her hands and knees. Like, you gotta understand how all of this is actually playing out. We're getting also like visual bars, guys. Visual bars.
Oh, you and your boyfriend Steve drink and play sports in a fantasy league. You're as sharp as a stick that I rub on my lips. So go ahead, take a shot. I'm sure that you'll miss like the laundry, the toilet, the grocery list. If you'd stop fucking up, I wouldn't have to get pissed.
My life was fine till you
the toilet, pissed. This is the whole, we're here.
Laundry, the toilet, the grocery list. If you'd stop fucking up, I wouldn't have to get pissed.
My life was fine till you had to come along and wreck it. Could you please just shut your face for 10 seconds?
Probably not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Probably not.
That is the typical man's response when a woman is saying anything he doesn't want to hear.
And not even just doesn't want to hear. It's just like you have to talk. You have to tell the long part of the story. How about this? Tell me the end of the story first, and I will let you know immediately if I want to hear the entirety.
So I've realized they don't even know that they're doing that because whatever they're asking, they ask it in the first sentence, and then they run on after that, and it's like no, but the very first thing you said is what this whole conversation is about.
Thank you for that. Yeah, exactly.
My life was fine till you had to come along and wreck it. Could you please just shut your face for 10 seconds? You cry about everything, but can't decide what you want. I'm hungry, I'm fat, I'm cold, I'm hot. You call a complaint, I call you a mess. You take 2 hours to come, 3 more to get dressed. You got a lotion for this, you got a cream for that. Got any perfume that smells like get the fuck off my back. When things are good, they're great, and it's like I'm dreaming. Until your junk starts bleeding and you turn to a demon. It ain't something.
He took this. I'm sorry, this is his.
I hear you. Jump starts bleeding and you turn to it.
I hear you with Eve, right?
Yeah.
Before you even heard her, you sided with Eve. So I'm gonna go ahead and say till the end, you're on Eve's side until we decide later on. But for me personally, no, he took this.
Adam got it.
As of right now.
When things are good, they're great, and it's like I'm dreaming. Until your junk starts bleeding and you turn to a demon. It ain't summer Eve, don't try to play me like a douche. You want a bottom of fruit? Well, you can swallow.
Summer Eve. It's not Summer Eve.
Don't try to play me like a douche.
Right. We gotta. Okay. After obviously referring to the viscous innards. Let's say.
What? No, the
what?
douchebag.
I know, but I'm referring specifically to the viscous innards without actually saying, the
actual
term.
douche.
I know what Summer's Eve is.
No, not the Summer's Eve. The bag. It's a douche. It looks like a whoopee cushion.
I know. Are we talking past each other right now?
I think so.
Let's go. Let's hear this again.
Hours to come, 3 more to get dressed. You got a lotion for this, you got a cream for that. Got any perfume that smells like get the fuck off my back? When things are good, they're great, and it's like I'm dreaming. Until your junk starts bleeding and you turn to a demon. It ain't summer eve, don't
Yes.
try to play me like a dude. You want a bottom of fruit? Well, you can swallow the truth.
Don't even bring up Swallow. The first man on earth ain't a tough act to follow. One pump chump and you hung like a weasel.
How do you know though? If there's only one man on earth, and you're making fun of this man's, meat, let's say, right?
That's the only one you've ever
And
seen.
that's the only one you've ever seen.
It's the biggest and best thing
That's what you have. What are you talking about, Eve? She's just talking.
She's talking.
She's just talking. She's trying to disrespect. You say he's hung like a weasel. How do you know that? You only have one example.
I mean, it's a satire, man.
I mean, I get it. Well, I'm here for the bars, though.
Follow. The first man on earth ain't a tough act to follow. One pump chump and you hung like a weasel. Ditch a fig leaf, get yourself a pine needle. You want a long time? Have it. In fact, suck your own dick and shave your own back. That apple's the best thing I've been so far. Now I see how much of a dick you are.
I wasn't listening. Are you still flapping those lips? I was just thinking, yo, did I give up a rib for this? Woman, I just don't know what your problem is. All I know is you're acting like a colossal bitch.
Oh, she's gonna cry.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Sorry, too.
Alright, nice.
Don't even think about
Okay,
it.
that's fine. We could eat.
Okay, go.
She won. And you know how she won?
You
know how she won?
Go.
Who apologized first? Who apologized first? That is, and people do that in any argument they're in, and they don't even know that they're doing that. The first person, it's in the 48 laws. First person to speak loses.
Okay.
She won.
But who had the best? Who had the best lyricism?
I'm not being biased. She had better bars because his almost every other line he was talking about was her just nagging or refusing to shut up or something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
She was given, they weren't always the best examples or logical examples or whatever. But
right.
She was given more examples of how he's a loser. And he's more of a, well, you're just
But she's
nagging.
just talking though. Like, how about this? His complaints were actual complaints that could be verified. Her complaints were not actual complaints because
it's her feelings. She's
all
yeah.
Because the problem is that you have nothing else to compare what he is to.
It's all about how she feels.
So if you're talking about the man's meat, what other comparison do you have? How do you know what is considered, big or small? How do you actually know these things?
Maybe she bumped into Steve accidentally one day. I don't know.
Where was that? Wait, nope. You see, you're trying to get me canceled today.
No, because there was two people in there. They showed it. That's not what we talking about what they put on the video.
Right.
She said your friend Steve, and they showed his friend Steve.
Mm-hmm. Okay, potentially.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you did there.
There's room for that to be the case as to why.
It could be
right.
It could be Steve.
Could be Steve. So now. So
it should be Steve and Eve.
I mean, Steve and Eve.
Right.
But she's not going to admit that.
I mean, no.
Look, wait, she's not going to admit that.
She's probably not going to do that.
She's not going to admit that.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Steve and Eve.
He definitely apologized first, though.
Yeah.
She won.
I see it.
She won that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say though, yeah, you're right. Eve won.
He had her until that last word.
But I mean, also at the same time, think about this here. he could just be doing it like how most men are just like, I'm over it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I apologize even though I seriously don't care, nor do I actually apologize at all in any circumstance. But I'm saying it because you only care about emotions and how am I making you feel now? The most illogical nonsense I've ever seen in my life.
So
but it could be that though.
That's what women want though. And so when you're the man with the woman and you know your woman, you know that can fly. You can go to the highest of highs in an argument, and then right before the argument is over, as long as you apologize, she's going to chop down that whole argument to half or a third. She's still going to feel some type of way, but you said sorry because it's about feelings for her.
Okay.
See, it's about her feelings.
I mean, luckily, I'm so happy I did not marry a terrible woman like that. But you know what? Great.
I'm not married, so I wouldn't know. Feelings? But I have experience.
Do you know if I was to talk to my wife about somebody's feelings, okay, she'd look at me like I'm an alien and ask me, when did I turn into an idiot? I'm telling you.
Feelings don't. Real people understand that feelings don't do anything but get in the way. Understanding your feelings and knowing that you have them and being able to identify them is great. That is great. But at the end of the day, your feelings can stop you from doing what you need to do. I.e., get up and go to work. I.e., get up and clean or feed yourself. Even feed yourself. Your feelings will stop you from doing that. Mm-hmm. So when you let your feelings run you, you get things like that. Yep. It's just nonsense. It sounds like nonsense to people who are logical. Because we know it's not that I don't have feelings, not that I don't see them, but are my feelings going to help me get these things done?
No.
Probably not.
No.
So what am I caring about them for? And then your wife, if you have a wife who cares about feelings, it's like, baby, come on. Like, I hear you, baby. I love you, but...
Let me call my wife a pet name.
What?
Her name is her name. That is not her name.
Nah.
My wife is a logical dream.
I love your wife. She's dope.
Okay, that's just logic. Just a bag of logic. Don't cry for no reason. Right? None of that pouting nonsense that happened at the end with her. None of that nonsense.
And and that was the thing. That's a tactic. That's a whole tactic. Yeah, you're in the middle of an argument. We're in the middle of an argument. And now all of a sudden you got a sad face and I'm supposed to react to the sad face?
I'm not reacting.
See that I have that problem. I can see it, and I won't address it because I know that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, at all.
I'm not
no manipulation tactics.
Get out of here with that.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Ruppleberry Reacts with a Z.
It'll be pinned, guys. Check them out. All right, now you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.
Yes, sir.